Hi, my friends, and welcome to week 4 of our summer reading program, Imagine Your Story, Storytime. And this week is probably my favorite week because it's about dragons. See my shirt? Also a dragon. I really like dragons. I call my children dragons. Dragons are fun. We're going to read a story about a dragon today. It's actually called The Library Dragon. And we're going to sing a couple songs. And we have a really cute dragon craft to do today. So if you're ready, we're going to begin. All right. Are you ready? You want to fly like a dragon? We're going to sing. Here we go. Fly, fly, dragon, fly. Fly, fly, dragon, fly. Fly, fly, dragon, fly. Way up in the sky. Now are you ready to hop? You can stand. I can't stand and you see me on the camera, but you can stand. So hop, hop, dragon, hop, 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 dragon, hop, 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 dragon, hop, dragon, don't you stop. Ready to turn? Turn, turn, dragon, turn. Turn, turn, dragon, turn. Turn, turn, dragon, turn. Sit, dragon, sit. What do you think? Do you like that song? That's a fun little way to get moving, isn't it? I think it is. All right, are you ready for our story today? The Library Dragon. Here we go. The Library Dragon by Carmen Agradidi. Look, this, girls and boys, it's called a want ad. It's in the employment section in a newspaper, and this says, Children's Librarian Wanted. At Sunrise Elementary School seeks a thick-skinned professional to help reduce inventory damage and loss. Our library is in distress. If you possess a jealous love of books and a burning love of children, Sunrise Elementary wants you. With our new librarian, she must be on fire with enthusiasm. No half-baked applicants need apply. Call now to the Sunrise Elementary. What do you think? All right. Sunrise Elementary had a big problem. The new librarian, Miss Lotta Scales, was a real dragon. A real one. Do you see her? Miss Lotta Scales was hired to guard the library, and she took her job very seriously. Hundreds of new, clean books replaced the old, smudged one. These shining gems neatly lined the shelves of her library lair in perfect order. Number 398.2s, no 398.2s, and the 500s. Do you know what 398.2s are? That's where you're going to find your tall tales and your mythology tales. Like the book we read about Pandora, that's a 398.2 in the nonfiction section. And absolutely no fiction in the biographies. All right. She kept a fiery eye out to make sure no one removed any books from the shelves. Her motto was, a place for everything, and that's where it stays. The very thought of sticky little fingers touching and clutching, pawing and clawing, smearing and tearing her precious books just made her hot under the collar. Look. She's making sure he's not stealing any books, but what do we have here? Do you see that? Do you see that picture? It looks like he might have put some books under his shirt. Miss Scales thought that the way some books spread an unfounded fear of dragons was positively inflammatory. Books that depict cruelty to dragons should never have been published in the first place. So she got fired up about this. She didn't just discard the books she didn't like, she incinerated them. What do you think incinerate means, boys and girls? What do you think that is? Yeah, she breathed fire on them and burnt those books. The kids watched in awe. They were stunned. Well, that settles it, whispered Albert Hoops. Where there's smoke, there's fire. And that Miss Scales is a real dragon, all right. Not surprisingly, the kids at Sunrise Elementary School began to dread Library Day. It wasn't long before the teachers stopped sending the children to the library. They kept coming back singed. Look at them. The PTA meeting topic is dragons throughout history, the myth, the mystery. Speaker, Sir White Knight. Uh-oh. What's happening here? Attention, no non-dragons smoking in the library. First, the principal tried to reason with Miss Scales. There's the principal. But his plan backfired. Instead of cooling her down, he just fanned the flames. And finally, don't forget who does the hiring, Miss Scales, sputtered the principal. Oh, really? And who does the firing? Asked Miss Scales with a glare and a flare that caught his tie on fire. Now cut that out, said the principal, as he waved the smoke out of his face. No smoking in the library, Miss Lotta Scales said to him dimly. The principal fumed. The teachers were angry. Worst of all, the children had missed reading and story time for weeks, and their grades were going up in smoke. So the teachers formed a delegation, and after a trip to the cafeteria kitchen to fortify themselves with a snack, they paid a visit to Miss Scales. There they are. There's our heroic teachers. Miss Lotta Scales smoldered as she listened to sweet Miss Lemon, the kindergarten teacher. Do you see her there, Miss Lemon? And most importantly, Miss Scales, dear, the children miss story time, Miss Lemon says. Story time, schmory time, blew Miss Lotta Scales. Why, if I let the children touch these books with their gooey fingers and snotty noses, this library wouldn't last a week. And she stared so furiously that the teachers threw down their weapons and clanged out, all except for Miss Sweet Lemon. You know, Miss Scales, we all love the books as much as you do, but the library belongs to the children. Good night, Miss Lemon. You slay me, cracked Miss Scales. Why, the idea of story time is simply medieval. Oh, there's a new sign. Emergency meeting. Topic, dragons now. As usual, the dragon had the last word. That Miss Lemon is a real spitfire, chuckled Miss Scales. But she had spewed so much smoke and fire at sweet Miss Lemon that she had to lie down for a nap. She's tired. She was really dragon. In fact, she was burned out. Being a library dragon can be such a lonely job, she mumbled sadly to herself as she heaved a mighty sigh and closed her scaly lids. She's sleeping. Do you hear her snoring? It was at that very moment that Molly Brickmeyer accidentally wandered into the library. Do you see Molly? There she is. Molly was on a quest. She had lost her glasses and couldn't see a thing without them unless it was right under her nose. She stumbled into a bookshelf and a book fell onto her lap. She never saw the sign that read, "Do not touch the books, for display only." It was over her head, so she held this one right under her nose and began to read out loud. First, a class of second graders in line for the water fountain heard her and tiptoed to listen. Then the fourth graders outside playing kickball heard a story being read and crowded around the windows. "Speak up," someone said. Molly Brickmeyer spoke up. Word of story time in the library spread like wildfire at Sunrise Elementary School. Everyone was listening, even the library dragon. And her ears were burning. Slowly, Miss Lotta Scales rose up from behind a bookshelf and looked at the boys and girls huddled around Molly. She'd never seen anything quite like it. The children looked like they belonged here. 'Cause you do. You belong at the library, boys and girls, and I miss you so much. "I love you, Snuff," Molly read on as all the children listened. "Give me that book," Molly Brickmeyer roared Mrs. Scales. Molly held the book carefully toward the scaly blur. Miss Lotta Scales took the book and eyed it suspiciously as it hung from her claw. First, she sniffed it. Then she checked the spine for cracks. Then she checked each page for stains and smudges. But she didn't find any because Molly's very careful with the books. Finally, Miss Scales looked around at the children and cleared the smoke from her throat. "Now, where were we? Why, yes, I love you, Snuff." At first, the children were too nervous to listen, but when Molly Brickmeyer climbed into Miss Lotta Scales' lap and didn't get scorched, they relaxed. "You're warm," whispered Molly. "Don't interrupt," cracked Miss Scales. Everyone was listening so intently that they almost missed it. As she read, Miss Lotta Scales began to fall on the linoleum floor with a clickety-clack, clickety-clack. She's reading a book called Snuff, the Magic Dragon. Clickety-clack. What's happening? Until all that was left was Miss Lottie, librarian and storyteller, sitting on a mountain of yellow, green, and purple scales, with Molly Brickmeyer, dragon slayer extraordinaire, on her lap. The rest of the children warmed up to Miss Lottie right away. She kept reading their story. The changes in Miss Lottie's new kid-friendly library were hard to miss. Not surprisingly, the kids at Sunrise Elementary School began to love Library Day. Miss Lottie's transformation, however, was not complete. It says open books, open minds, mind your library manners, treat a book like you treat a friend. So don't wipe your nose on it or your friend. Don't wipe your nose on your friend. Remember to check hurt books into the book hospital, and if you happen to rip a book at home, that's okay, it happens. But bring it back so we can try to fix it, okay? Return books when due so others can enjoy. If you need help, ask. That's why I get paid the big bucks. And quiet, please. Whisper in the library, yell on the playground. Happy reading, pumpkins. As you know, here at the library, I don't really have much of a rule about being quiet here because this is your space and your children, and you're going to laugh and giggle and play and have a wonderful time. And so sometimes in our story time, we get very loud, don't we, boys and girls? And it's fun. But then every librarian needs a little bit of a dragon, or who else would guard the books? Oh, look, it says that's the end of our tale. Get it? The end of our tale. I I like that book. I like that Miss Lotta Scales took her job very seriously, and she thought that she had to protect all the books until she realized that the children were capable of treating the books like a friend and that they enjoyed the story time, and she saw how valuable the kids were, and I just think that's such a sweet story. All right, are you ready for another song? It's called Little Dragon Counts to 3. I'm going to get my little dragon out. Ready? Little dragon counts to 3. Little dragon bends one knee. Little dragon whistles and sings. Can you do that? Little dragon flaps his wings. Little dragon touches his toes. Little dragon scratches his nose. Little dragon makes a funny face. Make your funny faces. Little dragon runs in place. Do you want to sing that one more time with me? Yeah. Here we go. Little dragon counts to 3. Little dragon bends one knee. There's my knee. Little dragon whistles and sings. Little dragon flaps his wings. Little dragon touches his toes. Little dragon scratches his nose. Little dragon makes a funny face. Little dragon runs in place. Very good. Are you ready to make our craft today? It is a very simple craft. It just takes a little bit of materials, not a lot, and you don't even have to have what I have, okay? So let me hold up the paper and tell you what you need today. All right, can you see it? Construction paper, white paper, and oh, I've got a typo. Do you see that? It says scrap. Oh, no, that's right. It's hard to read backwards. It shows it to me backwards. Scrap is fine, and I'm using scrap paper today too, just paper I've had left over from other things. Scissors, glue or glue stick or tape. You'll need a black marker or crayon or pencil. And then we have optional embellishments like feathers or sequins to use as scales, googly eyes, anything you want to put, because we're making, you ready to see what I made? We're making a dragon today. All right, are you ready? See my little dragon? I'm going to put him to the side, and we're going to make one together. So I have 3 half sheets of different colors of green construction paper. You can use any color, and it doesn't even have to be construction paper. It can be any kind of paper that you have at home. And if you just have white paper or notebook paper, you can color it if you'd like. Not a big deal. All right, so I'm going to push my camera back and turn my screen down so you can see what I'm doing. I have my green paper, and I'm just gonna fold it in half, and then I'm going to very loosely cut it because your face does not have to be perfect. I'm going to cut it in a half circle along the fold, okay? Leave the fold intact so it'll open up. You don't have to draw it. You can if you'd like. But dragons, like people, are very different from one another, and they don't always have perfectly round faces or anything like that. They're not always symmetric, right? Okay, so here is my little dragon face, okay? The next thing we're gonna do is take a piece of scrap paper, and we're gonna fold it in half, and I'm gonna cut it in half, okay? Keep this piece for the teeth, and this is for my eyes, and I'm just gonna fold it in half again, all right? And then I'm going to cut 2 circles for my eyes. You can make them oval shape. You can make them any shape you want, okay? So there you see, I have 2 eyes, and I'm gonna glue them on with my glue stick. You can use tape. You can use regular glue. Ooh, these ones are very big eyes. I like these. I like these big eyes. We're going to have a big-eyed dragon. All right. There's my eyes. Then we need to give them the dark part, right? So I'm taking my marker and I'm just gonna make a circle with it. You can put it in the middle, you can put it wherever you want. There's my eyes, and that's all I needed the marker for. Now, the next thing you need to do is fold it in half, fold it in half again, and then we have like a rectangle, and then fold it in half again. Hopefully your scissors will go through that. Then we're gonna cut some teeth. Are you ready to cut some teeth? I'm just gonna snip off an end, and then I'm going to make triangle. Triangle is a three-sided shape. Boop, boop, boop. Just like this. See 3 sides? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then you should have a whole bunch of teeth. You don't have to use them all. I have 1, 2, let's see. We should have at least 8, but we'll probably not use as many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, we have 8 teeth. I'm going to take another little piece of scrap so that I can glue these a little easier. And all we're going to do is glue across the little top of them. 1, 2, and then, if you can see, I'm going to put them under here, like that. See that? There's 1, and there's 2 teeth. You can just use 2 teeth if you want. I'm going to fill them in a little bit, okay? There's 2 more teeth. And I will put them in like this. There's 1. And here's another. And then I think I have room for 2 more teeth. So I've got this one and this one. Do. And there's my dragon's face. All right, now did you notice this one has a tongue? Yeah. So I've just got this little piece of scrap right here. And all I'm gonna do is take a little snippet off of it, all right? And cut a V in the tongue to make the tongue forked. See that? And then I'm gonna bend it a couple times, like so. And then I'm just gonna glue this in my dragon's mouth. There we go. There's my dragon's face and his tongue. All right, now we need to make his body. So, I have my 2 other pieces of paper, and you can't even see me, I'm sorry. My 2 other pieces of paper, and I'm gonna put them together. See, the dark one and the lighter one are together. I'll make this easier for cutting. And then I'm going to fold them in half, long ways, and I'm gonna cut that fold. I'm sticking to my scrap paper. All right, so I cut that fold. All right, then I'm gonna put those 2 pieces together, and I'm actually gonna do it this way. I'll separate the dark from the light. And I'm just going, you can fold it again if you'd like, but you don't have to. I'm just going to cut them in half again, which gives you 8 stripes, okay? I'm gonna start with a dark one. Have you ever done this before? It's just like making a decoration for maybe your Christmas tree. I made a circle. Then I'm going to put some glue on this one. And before I close it, I'm going to put it through my other circle. And then I'll close it. And I'll do it again. And close it. And one more time. There we go. Do you like making dragons? I love doing crafts. Do you like to do them? I never thought of myself as a very crafty person. And I've really enjoyed this part of being a children's librarian. It's very nice to make crafts with you. And we're almost done with this. There's this one. We have 2 more pieces. Which is good because I'm almost out of time. And finally this last one. All right, we have our paper chain made, which is the body of our dragon. So now we need to attach the head to the body. I turned it like this so it's up, it's a little easier. And put a little bit of glue on the outside of one of your rings on your paper chain. And then you just attach it to your dragon's head. See? Like so. All right, there's our little dragon. Now, you can put embellishments on it if you have them at home, like sequins or colored paper. You can draw scales on it with markers or anything really that you have at home, crayons. I have some feathers that I'm gonna add to my dragon, just a couple, maybe 3. And these are purchased at like a Dollar Tree for $1. They're really great. Parents, I strongly recommend checking out the little craft sections at the Dollar Tree because they're fantastic for little things like this. And you can even use your glue stick to attach a feather, which is cool. So I'm gonna put this one right here. I like that little like tomahawk feather. Tuck it down in a little bit. Isn't that cute? And then just a couple more on his little body. Or her body, if you want it to be a little girl dragon. You can make a little girl dragon. And another one back here on the tail. And that, boys and girls, is our craft for today. Our little dragon. Very fun, isn't it? All right, my friends, it is time for us to say goodbye to each other. I'm looking forward to next week when we have a surprise story time. It might be a mythology book. It might be a fairy tale. It might be another book about dragons. I can't say. What do you think it'll be? But I promise you, we'll have a song or 2 and a craft to do. And I'm looking forward to seeing you. In the meantime, you can come and visit me at the library Monday through Friday, 1 to 6 p.m. or Saturdays, 9 to 1. And our adult section upstairs is open Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. till 6 p.m. and Saturdays, 9 a.m. till 1 p.m. I miss you very much. I hope you can come in, and I'm looking forward to seeing you. And it's not too late to sign up for summer reading. It's going now through August 1st. So I'll see you soon, and I'll see you next week at Storytime. Bye!